Oshkosh Media is government programming on GovTV, community programming on Life TV, and community radio on Oshkosh FM 101.9.
Everyone, and thank you for joining us for the coverage of the 2025 Oshkosh Memorial Day Procession. Memorial Day is a time when our citizens and veterans gather to honor the men and the women who gave their lives, defending our freedom and putting themselves in harm's way, for us and for our future. Although it is considered by many an official start of the summer, it is a solemn day of remembrance and is set aside for contemplation. Today, we take the time to mourn the loss of those men and women, as well as those who have passed away on after their military service. We are Julie
and Mike Hurt. Welcome, everybody. Boy, I got a fire.
Good way to start, yeah.
Yeah. Well, just to share real quick, you know, it's kind of like Julie said, it's a procession. Memorial Day is not a parade. 4th of July is a parade, but Memorial Day is not.
Yeah.
And it's a very somber parade, a very somber procession, and so we're gathered today as a community. And first off, we have coming the Winnebago Detachment, the Marine Corps League, number 357, and they're leading off the procession this year. And their current commandant is Todd Schumacher. The Winnebago Detachment was chartered on November 10th, 1946. They hold bingo on Friday nights, which is open to the public and starts at 7 p.m. On June 7th, catch the state, June 7th, they will support, with the support of their auxiliary, they will be hosting their 14th annual Veterans Benefit and Ride at their clubhouse with raffles, music, food, and beverage.
The Winnebago unit of the Marine Corps League Auxiliary was chartered on May 3rd, 1948. They support the Winnebago County Detachment Marine Corps League and assist with bingo on Friday nights and participating in various fundraising activities. This past year, they hosted a spaghetti dinner and a taco dinner.
Hey there.
Many of their members are active in the community, volunteering at food pantries, homeless shelters, and nonprofit organizations. The auxiliary meets at 6:30 p.m. on the third Tuesday of each month at the Marine Corps League Clubhouse in Oshkosh.
All right, great job, everybody. And next we have the Oshkosh Police Department Honor Guard, along with members of the Winnebago County Sheriff's Department Honor Guard, and they have been participating in the Memorial Day procession for quite a few years, and we are so happy they're continuing the tradition. They have about 6 to 8 members marching with American and Wisconsin flags. Also, they carry firearms while they're marching. Well, we would like to take this opportunity to thank the Friends of Oshkosh Community Media. And this procession coverage is made possible through a financial support of the Friends of OCM, which is a nonprofit organization with a mission to provide the Oshkosh community with local radio and TV program. Wait a second, I think I hear something in the distance. And that is the VFW Band, Veterans of Foreign Wars Band, is conducted by Lisa Zemlock. This band was organized in 1947, and the band provides musical support to veterans and the citizens of Oshkosh. We are so honored to have them in our procession today, and they'll also be playing during the program at the Riverside Cemetery. So we are so fortunate to have them. One thing that I would like to give a shout out to is House of Flowers and Jim Kolb. They have provided us a beautiful set of decorations here on our table, and as always, they have done a wonderful job. Let us enjoy the music of the VFW band.
Okay, go.
Okay, next we have the Veterans of Foreign Wars, post 1908. Their color guard will be coming soon. And they are one of the largest veterans organizations in the U.S. This post has been around for many, many years. And they have their clubhouse located on CP and Rosalia Streets right here in Oshkosh. To join the VFW, you must be a U.S. citizen or U.S. national, served honorably in the armed forces, and service must have occurred in war, campaign, or expedition on foreign soil or in hostile waters. So they also work with veterans in the community and their families.
Following the VFW Post Color Guard is their auxiliary. As with many of the auxiliaries, the VFW auxiliary, many of the auxiliaries, VFW auxiliaries started with a small group of women.
Yes, we just had past us. We're honored to have the city of Oshkosh, Mayor Matt Mugerauer and his family with us today. He was re-elected to the position in 2025. We also had Del Volpel, the current director of the Veteran Service Office for Winnebago County, and Dave Steinert also came by and was part of it. I hear some music coming up.
Yeah, I do it too. I bet that's the Perry Tippler Middle School Marching Band that will be joining us here quickly. The Perry Tippler Middle School Marching Band is proud to perform an American tribute to honor our fallen U.S. Armed Forces veterans this Memorial Day. This selection combines two songs, The Star-Spangled Banner and America, also known as My Country 'Tis of Thee. The band is under the direction of Kevin Newtony.
Let's enjoy the song. Our friends with the Military Veterans Museum and Education Center. Here's one of the vehicles that they have on display at the museum. And this museum is phenomenal. And coming up after that, in front of that, is AMVETS, Post 7. AMVETS is the most inclusive of the major national chartered veteran service organization.
Keep going.
Wow, they just do a phenomenal knockout job. Jeff Bedward is the commander, and they meet the second Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m.
AMVETS Post 7 Auxiliary is up next. The auxiliary works closely with AMVETS Post 7 on many events. Earlier today, they put on a waterfront service to honor those veterans lost at sea. They also are the lead for putting out the flags at Peace Lutheran, Ellenwood, and Riverside cemeteries each year. Riding in the car this year will be Ellen and several of its members. The auxiliary also meets on the second Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. at the Marine Corps League.
Yeah, just passing us by before, Jewel, was Ron Griffin, and Ron is just, he's kind of like an icon in the veterans community. From, he's done some great work back in the day with the Military Veterans Museum. He's also the current adjutant for the AMVETS Post here in town, and he is just a blessing to have. Coming up soon, you can see him right now, is the Carl Traeger Middle School Band. The Carl Traeger Middle School Band, under the direction of Karen Kriege, is made up of 7th and 8th grade band students, and they're performing the U.S. Air Force song. And they are honoring all who have served in the Air Force and all the branches of our great military.
And here comes our AMVETS auxiliary now. Let's give a wave out to the ladies here as they go by us.
All right. And so let's listen to some great music courtesy of the Carl Traeger Middle School Band. Civil War, and there's a section on Brigadier General Thomas Allen, who's actually buried in Riverside Cemetery. In 1870, he returned to Oshkosh, and in the book it tells that as a Union Civil War veteran, he was always in these processions. And now in 2025, we have reenactors. Company E is a group of American Civil War reenactors, and they represent that first company of Oshkosh volunteers mustered at the beginning of the Civil War. And, they were part of that Iron Brigade, and they were in the Second Bull Run, and Antietam, Gettysburg, and the Wilderness. They were mustered out of service in June 1884, and less than 1 year before the end of the war. And it is just such a blessing to have these folks here dressed up and reenacting that at that time. Next we have American Legion Post 70. It is the world's largest wartime veterans organization, and their motto is Veterans Strengthening America. Hello there! All right! For Julie and I, this is like being family.
This is the second year that Val Phillips Middle School is under the direction of Gregory Kaboski, with about 100 students in the band. This band has been thriving, having opportunities to perform at the Wisconsin Hurricane and Timber Rattlers. Let's enjoy this music.
Here So you can visit the museum, see a variety of military exhibits with over 20 vintage military vehicles from World War II. And we have DAV Chapter 17, the Disabled American Veterans. Here they are in their van. We do have a transportation van. Hello there! And the DAV transportation van. So
the Disabled American Veterans Auxiliary is partnered with their mission and in service to their veterans and their family as well.
And now we have Florence Academy marching today, 126 students, grades 7 to 12. Let's listen to the music. God bless America. Quality opportunities to recognize their contributions that have replaced many hundreds of American soldiers in layouts. They are a blessing. They were actually recruited by the CIA and worked right alongside our American troops. And so we recognize them today for their service to this nation.
Coming up next, we will see the Oshkosh Elks Lodge, number 292. They are the fraternal order with hundreds of thousands of members and 150-plus year history and nearly 2,000 lodges in the community all over the country. We are a charitable foundation that each year gives millions in scholarships and inspiration to youth, friends, veterans, and more. The Elks is a non-political, non-sectarian, and strictly American fraternity. Proposal for membership in the order is only by invitation of members in good standing. To be accepted as a member, one must be an American citizen, believe in God, be of good moral conduct, and be at least 21 years of age.
Yeah, and to share with our viewers right now, there's a real difference. You know, we have Armed Forces Day, which is the third Saturday of May. We recognize and thank our active duty forces. Veterans Day, always November 11th, and that is the time to say thank you to our veterans. Also, I encourage kids and grandkids, ask what your aunt, uncle, mom, and dad did while they were in the service. And then Memorial Day is really, it's different from any other holiday, and it's a very somber holiday as we recognize those who made that ultimate sacrifice.
Next up, we have Oshkosh West High School Band. The Oshkosh West High School Band has a long tradition of excellence dating back to the founding of the band at Oshkosh High School in 1919. Today, the West Bands are performing Always Faithful, an arrangement that features the Marine Hymn and the America the Beautiful, arranged for the West Band by Brian Wilson and Jay Egerton. The Oshkosh West Bands are under the direction of Mr. Dan Singer and Mr. Wilson, a teacher-student, Mr. Austin Vanderbilt.
Coming up next is the Girl Scouts of Northwestern Great Lakes. And the Oshkosh Service Area Girl Scouts bringing their courage, curiosity, and can-do spirit Girl Scouts is all about making new friends, trying cool things, and making the world a better place. So, thank you, Girl Scouts.
Oshkosh Lodge number 27, Free and Acceptant Masons of Wisconsin, is our next one in line. As Freemasons, the world's oldest and most established fraternity, celebrates more than 300 years of brotherhood. The Oshkosh Lodge is one of the fastest growing lodges in Wisconsin. Freemasonries came to Oshkosh in 1849, and the current building on Washington Ave was recently named to the National Registry of Historic Places.
Here comes another vehicle for the Military Veterans Museum and Education Center. Please come on by. They have phenomenal vehicles to look at. Matter of fact, there is the Ambush Buster Brutus. I know, Julie, you're wanting to jump on that
The Brutus
next
is
year.
my favorite of the the vehicles out at the Veterans Museum. People stop in and see these amazing vehicles.
Hey, isn't that South Park Middle School
I believe
band?
it is, Mike.
I
Listen
believe
to
that
them.
is Doc Sunleitner's alumni.
Yes, it is.
Alma mater. And they are going to be playing my favorite song, The Casterns Go Rolling Along. Let's listen to them.
Next up, the Scouts in Oshkosh operate within the Bay Lakes Council, one of the largest scout councils in the Midwest, which provides programs and service to over 7,800 youth in 21 countries from eastern Wisconsin. Our mission is to prepare our youth to be the leaders of tomorrow, helping them develop in academic skills, self-confidence, ethics, leadership skills, and citizenship skills that will positively influence their decision as adults.
Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 437 are coming up. Their current president is Dwayne Cannon. And
because I lost my key.
I heard, well, that is the Fox Valley Veterans, and that is Mike Robinson and Dave Pollock. These guys are very humble, but they are huge warriors. I know these folks.
Okay.
Okay, now we're coming up with the Vietnam Veterans American Chapter 437. And, the thing I always like to say, the president is Dwayne Cannon, and his wife, Betty, is the president of the auxiliary. And it was the VVA that they're responsible for getting the 4th of July parade going again in 1991 here in Oshkosh. Welcome home the 1157th troops. And the VVA is just incredible. Hey, gentlemen. All right. On the third Saturday in September, they host the POW MIA and the Remembrance Ceremony as well. So we're lucky to have them. All right. And they do everything from the Orange Blossom Drives to raise funds to support veterans' military families. They help out at King. There's Betty.
And there's our Vietnam Veterans Auxiliary passing through with them.
And they're just a blessing to the community. So we're very lucky to have them. You know, it was actually in 1868, I believe it was General John Logan had put out the order to start the decoration of veterans' graves. And some of that, I got to share with you, Jewel, they saw on the Confederate side the widows and families putting flowers on the graves in the South, and they saw some of this happening in the North. And Memorial Day, actually, when it was started, was to unify the country. You know, that all had experienced losses during the Civil War. And so when you see Memorial Day, it is a time for our country to pull together and recognize those who had made the ultimate sacrifice. You know, as an Iraq-Afghan veteran, you know, I've always got to mention Nicole Fry and Dwayne Kelly are people that I served with that lost their lives overseas, and you never stop thinking about them. I mean, every day in some ways can be Memorial Day, and my heart always goes out to the families. But it looks like in the distance, I hear a little music. What do we got?
I hear them too. It is the Oshkosh North Band from Oshkosh North High School. This assembly includes 3 of their concert bands: Wind Assembly, Concert Band, the Spartan Band. Today they are playing Semper Paratus, the official Coast Guard marching song by Captain Francis Saltis Van Boscaris of the United States Coast Guard, and arranged by Gloria Dushner-Mackey. The drum line will be playing the cadence titled Vampire by Cassidy Byers. The Oshkosh North Band wishes you a happy Memorial Day.
Property, and they're committed to providing exceptional service to meet the present needs of our community. Each year they sponsor a food and toy drive in December, and this year they're riding an Oshkosh Fire Department Ladder 15. All right. And next we have the United Veterans Honor Guard. This organization was started in 2000 and provides military funeral honors for all honorably discharged veterans in the Oshkosh area. This organization has consistently been recognized for the precise honors given at cemeteries, churches, funeral homes, or other places as wished by the family members. And we'll see at this time riding in the first vehicle will be Fissenbill's Funeral Home and members of the United Honor Guard. Tom Goodhart is an honorary member of the United Veterans Honor Guard driving a funeral coach. And that just reminds us as to what Memorial Day is all about. It kind of hits you. And the coach is being escorted by motorcycles from American Legion Riders Association, Wisconsin District 6. And we have the Oshkosh Auxiliary Police closing us up. Well,
thanks again for joining us for the 2025 Memorial Day procession. We hoped you'd enjoyed our coverage of this great Oshkosh event.
And God bless everybody, and thank you. And also a big thank you to the Friends of Oshkosh Community Media, for the House of Flowers, for providing these wonderful floral decorations. And I got to tell you, we are a very blessed community. And again, thank you for joining us for the 2025 Memorial Day procession.
Thank you.